Okay, what is the real cost of waiting one more day to do something bold? Um, I mean, if we're really honest with ourselves, every single person is going to have a different answer to this. And there's so many experiences in my life that I can look back on and really feel it. I feel emotional thinking about it. Like, if I was to wait and not take action, I don't want to be looking back and wishing that I could have this day again or wishing that I'd done something different. So I think a lot of us look at, we hear the word regret, or I heard the word regret, and I definitely had a um, adversity to even saying like I've got regrets because why have regrets? There's nothing you can do about it. You can't argue with the past. The past is done, so what's the point of regretting it? And I think that is accurate and wholly valid and still something that I get behind. And if we have judgment on the word regret, right? So if we're like, regret is something that we shouldn't have because it makes us feel shameful, it makes us feel a certain way, we should all over ourselves, then obviously like we're gonna not move into a very nice feeling if we're using regret in that way. And so that's sound advice to not have regrets and to start to see a different perspective about things. However, when I talk about regret now, I use regret, like I use regret as fuel. So this is another perspective that I bring in um, based on Daniel Pink's findings. He did this big study on regret. And when I think about the question, like, what is the real cost of waiting to do something bold? My mind can go into the past, into the history, and I can look and see like what was the cost. There's very obvious costs to me of some decisions that I made or didn't make. That was the point. Like there were decisions that I could have made much earlier if I'd have seen something different. If I'd have believed something different about me and my capabilities, I would have made different decisions much earlier on. There's lessons that I've learned in life that I would, if I was to go back and do them, I would do things differently. And the cost of some of that um, inability or indecision or lack of commitment to make a decision, the cost of not working on myself earlier so that I could see something about this earlier, it's huge. It cost financially big time. It cost emotionally. It cost health wise. There's a huge amount of cost to some of the things that have happened. And when I look in the future, the things that I know I would regret, whilst there's still time ahead of us, there's still different choices we can make in this day so that we don't get to the end of our time or we don't get to tomorrow and wish we'd done today different. We don't get to the end of our time and wish we'd done things different when there's no time left to change things. So my mind then goes to family. Like, am I spending time with the people who I really love and care about? And I get to choose to make the space and the time for that. Um, so without that, the cost would be I would miss out. I would miss out on creating experiences. I would miss out on getting to know, my parents at this stage in their life. Like, who are they now? Um, so that's a question that I want to leave with you as well. Of just what's the real cost of waiting one more day? And original question was what's the cost of waiting one more day to do something bold? But I don't feel like it has to be bold. I feel like that can absolutely be your question if that's what lands with you and that's what's going to serve you to really consider. But take a look back and see like what has the cost been so far of waiting, and when I go into the future, what would the cost be if I waited to do anything? Like it doesn't have to be bold, but to do the things that we most care about, um, that we want to be aligning our life with. Like, what are we putting on hold for something of lesser importance? Um, I want to know about that. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to be doing videos all throughout today. I'm going to have a different question that's been put to me. I'm going to share and talk about it from my perspective. I'm going to invite you into the questions. And then coming up real soon, I have um, a free space. It's a virtual space. I'm inviting people to come and be a part of it. It's going to be 90 minutes. It's called Your Best Life Yet Masterclass. It's not really a masterclass. It's there's some teaching in it, but it's interactive. It gets you to think differently. It gets you to think more expansively. It's a great space to give yourself that gift for you time if you don't often get that. So I'm going to put all the details in somewhere. I'm going to put them that you can access. And I'd love to see you there if it's something that you feel would really serve you in this moment. All right, have fun. Have fun with the questions.